Hey, hello. So let's watch another part of the video that we already seen on this video. That the other one was explaining how easy it is to get a deep stall when your wing is wet. And now we're gonna see the part showing you the reality after crash. And this part is pretty long because it's actually like almost 10 minutes long. So we will be doing it differently. Actually, I will stop from time to time and putting my own, adding from my own experience, my own thoughts to this. Okay? So please forgive me. Anyway, so this guy is flying wet wing, and apparently this is a C2 liner.
Yeah, at this point here, I didn't feel in any danger whatsoever. Thought I was going to turn away, get back on bar, and push down towards the valley, and was completely taken by surprise when the wing just dropped out of the sky.
Yeah, so you see, he just was braking for a normal turn, and it was enough to full start the wing, so to put it in parachute. Okay, so first stop here, so the fall, so to say. So, I mean, he was still trying to do something with the brakes while falling. I mean, he was fully surprised. This is the reality a little bit of paragliding sometimes, and I would say whenever but this is especially because you're so surprised. But anyway, if you have the opportunity, if you're falling, just get out of the harness and be ready to do the parachute landing fall. Even though in this situation, because he got trapped at the first, his wing got trapped on the trees, slowed it down a little bit, and then it fell, and he was actually tumbling. So this parachute landing fall maybe wasn't really so helpful. But you never know, and it's about chances. So you're for sure increasing your chances if you are, like ready for the fall on your feet, and yeah. But then it's chance at the end of the day. So he was lucky because he got a little bit of breaking through the trees, but unlucky because it didn't last until he stopped. So he really crashed against the ground, and. The lucky part again is that it was a slope, so he was able to roll a little bit, and this rolling took some energy out of this fall for sure. And he's mentioning this later on, so I already mentioned. So he had some, I mean, not life-threatening injuries, but pretty serious injuries. So he had like fractured L1, it's like a spine, and spine bone, and then he also had some broken bone at his pelvis basically. So it's yeah, so serious fractures, and this is important for what comes next.
Yeah, as you can imagine, a pretty weird sensation dropping down through the trees. Initially the wing caught at the top of the trees, and I thought I was going to be dangling there for a little while before being rescued, but unfortunately the wing split. I dropped down, fell about 20 metres, pretty much free fall with a couple of 360s on the way down. Thankfully, didn't land on my head and landed on my backside on some pretty soft ground on quite a slope as well. So that was a blessing in disguise with regard to the land that I come down on, that I eventually fell onto. Yeah, stayed conscious the whole time, so knew exactly what was happening. As soon as I hit the ground, clearly I was hoping I was going to be alive. Felt the bump, rolled down the hill a little bit, and within a few seconds or so sort of come to, and realised that I may have an injury to around about the right side of my hip and upper leg. Was completely trapped in my harness. The lines had gone around my legs, so so I was in a pretty sticky situation there. But at least I was okay. I was alive and hopeful that I could get myself out of this situation relatively quickly. Yeah, before launch, I'd shared my live location with.
Yeah, so just to the fall. And another element of this fall is that he was flying like ultralight harness. This is the advanced weightless basically, and this harness has the protection there is really small. Actually, it's like from the surface, it's almost like two hands, a little bit more. So it's yeah. So this is also kind of like a trade-off you do if you fly a harness like this. It's small, compact, light, but then if you fall, you have very little protection for your back. Yeah, it's just an important remark, I think.
The rest of the group on WhatsApp, so that was going to be helpful to locate me. And I'd also recently purchased an InReach Mini 2 satellite communicator, so I had that also to be able to use to let people know where I was.
Yeah, and also this is the other element, so that people can find you. So you've seen actually where he was flying. This place is, yeah, it's in the middle of civilization. It's a little bit in the mountainside, but there are frequented roads. There were some houses not so far away. But if no one has seen you, yeah, in between those trees, and then it would be extremely difficult to find you. And what he just mentioned, that there are people who know that you are flying. You are sharing your WhatsApp, okay, but this only works with if you have like a coverage of cell network and data transfer basically, which is not so obvious if you fly in the mountain. So he has this inReach. inReach is good because it sends the position continuously. I mean, depending on the data plan you have, it's either every 2 minutes or every 10 minutes. It sends the position via satellite. So even if you don't have coverage, people can actually see on the website where your last position was. And also the inReach has this SOS button, so that if you press it, then it's gonna send like a rescue request via satellite again, also providing your GPS coordinates to some center that is gonna coordinate this action. And I have no experience with this personally, but I heard stories that it may take a long time before this rescue will come, but I don't know this. So basically, I would suggest that you maybe add a comment if you have any experience with this. Anyway, but he's well equipped for letting people know where he is. Because imagine you're in this place, you cannot move because he has broken hip and a fissure in his back. I mean, with this back, you could. I mean, now that he has been examined, you know that he can walk, but but it wasn't so obvious basically. So and so actually you cannot move, and you are just in a forest like this. Yes, imagine how hard it would be to fight him even from the air. Like, yeah, this is just the reason why you should have like a satellite tracker with you at all time if you fly, because this could be not even in the mountain, it could be in the flatlands falling like this, and yeah. So this is this point, and yeah, let's continue watching. And what I wanted to mention, and this communication is so important because it's critical actually to getting the help quickly. I mean, this year there was this tragic like accident at this competition in Colombia, where this very experienced pilot during the competition crashed into the ground, and another pilot helped landed close to him to help him, but then they were waiting for the help to come, and it took many hours. And even though this pilot who crashed in the first moment, he was feeling okay, then he started to deteriorate, and after 1 or 2 hours he died there. So even though, I mean, if you are really lucky, then maybe you don't have any internal bleeding, but if you are unlucky, then you may have, and your situation may deteriorate very quickly. Even though, again, I'm not a medical doctor, so I have very limited understanding of those things, but so this is a little bit how I understand this. And so what he does here next is very important, because he's gonna share his position. I mean, in the InReach you can press the button to launch this rescue, and actually, if you ask me, I would do the both. In this situation, I would press this button and send the position via WhatsApp, because why not? If I have it, like more redundancy is better. And and I would do it exactly as him, as fast as possible, because you may just faint in next minute if you have like internal bleeding. And yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, this is where it starts to sink in. So at this stage, pretty pissed off with myself. Clearly picked up some sort of injury, damaged my kit, around about a fifth of my wing hanging in the tree above my head, and seriously inconvenienced the rest of the guys that I was flying with that day. Yeah, at this stage, amazingly, I wasn't in any pain, although I was pretty uncomfortable. I had my left leg tucked up so that my foot was almost touching my backside inside the pod, and my right leg, bear in mind there's a fracture there, was in a similar position, not quite as tight up behind me, but pretty uncomfortable. And the lines from my wing were wrapped around my legs as well. So yeah, clearly needed to get myself out of there one way or another.
Yeah, and this is a critical point here. For me, the most important part is the role of adrenaline after a crash like this. So he just fell 20 meters down a tree, and he feels no pain, although he has the feeling that something is wrong with his body. And you have to understand, and I know this from experience, and unfortunately, that it takes some 15-20 minutes until you get until this pain-killing adrenaline rush is gonna be fading out, and you start feeling pain, and it may be very serious pain actually. I mean, you may have a serious trouble, but in those first, in my case, 15 minutes, you feel no pain, and this is very misleading, because he just fell from a high above, actually hit the ground pretty hard, but he has the feeling that maybe he's pretty okay, because he doesn't feel the pain. And I believe this is the reason why he's moving so much, and at the end of this he's gonna stand up on his legs, which for me is just it's crazy, it's responsible, because from what I heard, and again, I'm not a medical doctor, but from what I heard, there's a situation where if you have like more serious spine injury and you start doing this, then maybe you can just sever your spine, and you can end up in a wheelchair for your life. So the most important part, I believe, from this video is that you've fallen from such a height. Just understand that there is adrenaline rush. You won't feel the pain, but you don't move. You don't move around your back. You just don't move, and you wait for professional help to come to you. This is basically my conclusion from this. Because this is what he apparently is missing if you watch what he's doing.
Yeah, my first message was on WhatsApp to the group, just letting them know I crashed and giving them my current location.
Hey dude, I've crashed.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, I'm okay. Bottom of my back is quite painful.
I'll get to you as soon as I can, okay?
Take your time getting down. I'm fine, I think.
I can't hear you, but I'm gonna land as soon as I can and get to you. Alright? Just stay tight, stay there, and you'll be okay. Alright?
Yeah, all good.
Good stuff. I'll get to you as soon as I can.
Cheers, Matt.
Alrighty, phone me if anything else happens, but I'll be there as soon as I physically can.
Awesome.
I'll see if I can call you on the radio. Coming now. Hang tight, dude.
Will do.
Yeah, this is really cool to have someone like him that he is so responsive and ready to help and available. This is for sure really helpful. For the psyche part.
Yeah, also around this time, got the good news and messages from the others who were flying that they all managed to get down safely.
So this is the image communicator that he has in his hand. It's a very small device, weighs nothing. You pay like initial fee for activation. I don't know, maybe 50 euros, and then you have different plans. The one 10-minute is 35 euros per month or something like this.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. So landed. I fell quite a long way from the tree.
Right, Steve, how you doing?
Yeah, fine, mate. Fine.
Have you phoned an ambulance?
I haven't at all. No, I haven't phoned any emergency services or anything as yet.
Okay, are you in a position that we will be able to get you down safely, bearing in mind possible back injury?
It's a steep hill, and I think I've got a back injury, so it's going to need some sort of mountain, type team.
Okay, all right. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to phone you back in 2 minutes. I've got Jared with me, and we're packing. We've just landed together.
Okay, mate.
Packing up now, and then we're coming to you. Okay?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I've just got the top of my arse, lower back. That's exactly where I landed. Thankfully, it's relatively soft, but it's a probable back injury there.
Okay. Can you wiggle your toes? Have you got movement?
Yeah, got full movement, mate. Arms, legs, full movement. So I think it's probably just something, cracked down the bottom there.
Okay, are you bleeding at all?
I don't think so, no. I've had a good check. I'm stuck in my pod. I can't get out my pod.
Don't move out that pod. Stay exactly where you are.
I'll try my hardest, mate.
Do our best to get you, and we will get you the right people with the right ladder
Yep.
to come and get you, okay?
Of course, mate.
I'm going to phone you back in about 3 minutes, all right? Just packing winds away, and then we're in the car we'll plot a route to get to you.
Lovely. Cheers, Matt.
All right, cheers, bye.
Thank you, mate. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this call was pretty representative, actually, what's important. So, where you are, who's the victim, what's the state, what's the problem actually, and then this is as far as I remember. Actually, I'm a first aid, but I haven't done the refreshment for some time. But anyway, and the guy told him again, do not move out of this harness. Yeah, and this is actually the most important piece of advice, in my opinion, if you suspect a back injury.
You could hear from the phone call there, I was in extremely good hands with the people I'd gone away with. I'd actually dealt with a couple of serious incidents myself with Matt in the previous few months at our home paragliding site, so knew how good he was at organising a rescue. So just a matter now of waiting for the emergency services to arrive. One thing was, I don't think Matt realised how uncomfortable I was in the pod, so I was going to try my hardest to try and squeeze out before they arrived, because I still had one foot up behind my back that was extremely uncomfortable. Yeah, included in a couple of the messages that I'd sent to the group were my What 3 Words location, which should be able to pinpoint me exactly as to where I'd come down. And also the info from my Garmin InReach, giving latitude, longitude, again showing everybody exactly where I was on the hill. Yeah, these photos that I took at the time of the crash just show how lucky I was with regard to the soil and ground that I fell on, how soft it was, and the angle of the slope, and potential for falling on other harder items that were close by. So I was pretty lucky in that respect. Yeah, so apart from having my feet contorted up behind my back, I was relatively comfortable. Minimal amount of pain coming from my right-hand side. Didn't think it was a massively serious injury. Didn't think it was life-threatening, so I was quite happy just to sit there and wait, although I was quite keen to actually get out of the pod. So thankfully, I've been gifted from Matt Pepper a hook knife previously, prior to the trip, so grabbed that from the cockpit and eventually cut the lines that were across my legs and freed myself from the pod so that I could squeeze out. That gave me the opportunity to check my back a little bit better, check for any bleeding, and just have a little bit more comfort and freedom prior to the emergency services arriving. Yeah, getting out of my pod and having this movement.
Yeah, so again, the importance of safety knife. Another example why you should have one with you. And but what he's doing now is just I would say it's crazy, kind of like. I mean, I can understand this if this is your first accident, and maybe you can really overestimate the state of you are in. But just keep in mind, you just fell 20 meters on the ground. Even if you don't feel pain or just a little bit, and you think everything is okay, this is just the adrenaline. I mean, hopefully it is how it is, that you are okay, but it may be just the adrenaline. So don't you fucking move and stay on the ground and don't move your back, don't turn anything, because if you have injured your back, from what I understand, this is an opportunity to sever your spinal cord and get incapacitated for life, basically. Yeah, so um, this would be my conclusion. And then actually, we skip it, but then the guy will take him with the helicopter, and he's gonna be fine, coming back to family and stuff. And yeah, so summing up, you need, if you fall, try to prepare for the fall. So do this parachute landing fall. Even if if you get over the trees, and I mean trees are your friends, we say, and they have stopped this fall a bit, but yeah, but it's maybe not perfect. So, but it's all about risks and chances. So by preparing for the fall, preparing to fall on your feet, you're definitely increasing your chances for decrease any injury. And then second thing is that you have something to communicate, and in the mountain like this, or if you are in Germany, even in a city, you may not have like a data coverage basically for your cell phone. So have a satellite communicator like Spot or InReach. Although many people say that Spot's not so good, you may comment on this. So InReach, let's say, and yeah, and then you have this, even you can even see it here on this photo. This is the InReach, and you have this SOS button. You open this, you press it. I mean, there's a sequence. You should try this, how you activate it, and this is you can actually send like a say rescue request for the center of Garmin, and they're gonna dispatch someone to help you. Have someone who's watching, because you may be unable to press this button. So have someone who knows where that you are flying and who has the link to your InReach is sending your position every 2 or 10 minutes. It's apparently more advisable to have it 2 minutes. I mean, you know how far you fly and how big this area. Imagine that he would have the position from 2 minutes ago, and he would fall here. It would probably take ages until they would have found him in this forest. If he somehow didn't have Garmin with him. Okay, that was a logical mistake here. Anyway, but if this Garmin would crash, for example, stop to work, whatever, during this crash, maybe it's possible. But anyway, so have a way to communicate your position, and in my opinion, I would do it as fast as possible, because even if you don't feel the pain and you feel it's okay, you may just faint any minute after having fallen from so high. So basically, yeah, just send the. I would use both if I have. Why not? I mean, there's redundancy involved in this, and so this is what he did. It's perfect. And then don't you fucking move, because if you fallen on your back like this, and you already have a faintest suspicion that you have back injury, don't you fucking move. Don't you try to stand up. This is what he's doing is just, yeah, this is just wrong. And yeah, so you stay there, it's uncomfortable, but this is maybe 1, 2, 3 hours uncomfortable against, you know, life spent on a wheelchair, basically, if your back injuries may happen to be more serious. So yeah, those are the points I have from this video. Let me know if you see something that I missed. If I'm wrong, I'm not a medical doctor, so actually I have no idea what I'm talking about, just my own experience and a little bit of you know, like logic, kind of like. And yeah, and like if you liked, comment, I told you already, and hit the subscribe if you haven't already. And then if you subscribe, then also hit this bell notification icon, because we need this for you to know that I put you new videos, because apparently most of people, they don't watch their subscribed videos. Yeah, so if you like see more videos like this, then please hit this bell notification icon. Yeah, thank you very much for your attention, and see you watching another video. I hope you learned something from this. It's not so obvious. I also was in this situation. My first and actually only accident where I injured myself in the back, and I also felt no pain, and it took me 15 minutes probably until I started to, and then 1 hour later I was kind of like, yeah, dying out of, only not dying, maybe that's too much, but I was really like, but I was still on my feet. I was still walking, and I started to pack my stuff. It's just, I understand how easily you may underestimate actually the gravity of the situation where you are full of adrenaline and stuff like this. That's why it's important that you understand this, that you are under adrenaline, you are high, kind of like, and don't you fucking move if you think that you have slightest chance to injure your back. Yeah, that would be my take of this video. And yeah, I wish him fast recovery if he's watching, and yeah, and have a nice evening all.